Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing a book discussion on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So this is the last Harry Potter book, so this is like my last of my Harry Potter binge discussions. Alright, so I'm going to get right into this because I actually have a lot to cover. So in this one, Voldemort is back. He just killed Dumbledore, spoiler alert, sorry. So that happened. Voldemort has taken over the wizarding world, and it is now not safe to be a muggle or a mudblood, so it's not okay to come from a non-wizarding family at this point because you will be hunted down. It is basically just a hateful regime in the wizarding world. So Harry, Ron, and Hermione go on a quest to destroy the 7 Horcruxes that make up Voldemort's soul. So not only do they have to find out what these Horcruxes are, they have to find them and figure out a way to destroy them, and it's like this big mess. And then throughout the whole thing you get to hear about stuff that's happening in the wizarding world, like through the radio and posts, and like how people are dying and how it's not even safe at Hogwarts, and all the teachers, like Hogwarts is being run maliciously by Severus Snape, and all the Death Eaters and Slytherins are all around just taking over the place and torturing kids that have information on Harry or that are still trying to fight back against Voldemort. So like that's all going on. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed this one. It was pretty much one of my favorite Harry Potter books, I'd have to say. And a lot of particular things that happened. Well, there was Ron and Hermione finally got together, like, for good, and I really liked their chemistry, and I've been rooting for them from the beginning, so like that was really cool. We had the 7 Harrys sequence, and that was when they basically all got together and polyjuice potioned themselves into Harry to get Harry from the Dursleys to the Weasleys for Bill and Fleur's wedding. Bill and Fleur got married. It was amazing. Yeah, but during the 7 Harrys, they're all flying. This is gonna have spoilers in it, so sorry guys. But we actually lost Mad-Eye Moody, and we lost Hedwig, and George lost an ear, and it was really traumatic. But it actually did get like one of my favorite scenes is George loses the ear and Fred's like, oh my god, are you okay? And he's like, saint-like, and he's like, have you hit your head? Like you're somehow. He's like, no, I'm saint-like, get it? Because I'm holy, Fred. And it's like, of the whole wide world of ear-related humor, you go with I'm holy, like pathetic. And it's a beautiful scene, and it's just like, you know, even in this kind of dark time, the twins are still like going, and they're literally the light in this dark time, and I really enjoyed that. We actually, when Harry, Ron, and Hermione were finding out the Horcruxes, they actually got help from Creature, which was the house elf from the Black residence, and we got to find out a lot about Sirius's brother, Regulus Black. And can I just say that Regulus Black was honestly amazing and deserved so much more recognition. That he was a big supporter of Voldemort, but then he gave everything up to he gave his life to hide the Horcrux and to make sure that, you know, his family walked away from it, and that Creature walked away from it, that he gave his life so that his house elf could survive, and that so Voldemort could potentially be like defeated. And you know, Regulus Black was really amazing. There was a whole side story between Remus and Tonks. Tonks is pregnant, and Remus is gonna walk out on her because he's like, what if he's a werewolf, what if, you know, you know, like, what if stuff happens? What if I still can't be there for my child? Like, my child deserves a better life without me in it. To which Harry actually convinces Remus to go back, because Harry gives his say in what it's like not growing up without his parents, and how that did not make his life at all easier or better. And once again, I really wish, like, in the movies that they kind of delve more into this side of Harry, because like I said in previous video, you don't really get to see this kind side of Harry, and I really wish it would have gotten A, written more, and then B, portrayed more in the film version. So there's that. Okay, so now we're going into even more spoilers here. So the Battle of Hogwarts, they finally, they're in like getting the last Horcruxes, and there's a Battle of Hogwarts. It's all the teachers and students against the Death Eaters. We lose so many people. I'm going to talk about the one that hit me the most in this, and that was Fred Weasley. Oh my god, I'm still not over it. But if you've been watching these videos, you know that Fred and George are my favorite characters in Harry Potter, and to have Fred die like that, it was really, really rough. It was really hard. But I actually think that Fred had the best written death in the Harry Potter series. Because if you look back on all the other deaths in the series, like Cedric happened in one sentence. We got Mad Eye happened, you didn't see it, and it was just Mad Eye's dead. You got to see a little bit of Hedwig, but it was still like she was shot out of the sky. Like, it was, you know, it wasn't really like, it didn't really hit you that hard, at least to me. But then when Fred died, it was like a whole page, and just like the writing was absolutely beautiful with it. And it was like, and it was Percy, and he's just like Fred, wake up, and it was like Fred Weasley was lying on the ground, his, you know, eyes unseeing, his last laugh still on his lips, like that. Ooh, like that really got me. I think that was like he got such a beautiful death to it, and I am really appreciative that Fred and George didn't go together, because like they are separate people. But I'm also like so just absolutely gutted for George, because now he has to like live the rest of his life without his best friend, and that like, But then on the other end of the spectrum, we had the deaths of Remus Lupin and Nymphadora Tonks, which I am so upset with, because you didn't even see it. And it was one of those, again, it was one of those deaths that happened in one line, where it was Harry looked past the Weasleys crying over Fred, and it's the bodies of Remus and Lupin Tonks, and that's it. That's like literally all it was said. Like, it wasn't said how they died, it wasn't, you know, like that. And it just kind of, they were such, especially in the books, they were such important characters. Especially Remus was so important in Harry's life with the Defense Against the Dark Arts, and it's this connection to his father. So just to have them go in like one line and not even really be able to see it ourselves, that kind of, I don't know, I don't like that decision that was made into keeping it that short. Okay, so Severus Snape, I don't like Snape at all. I never have, and it really bothers me that people justify him after this one, where it's like, oh, he only did this all because he was in love with Lily Potter. He was so cruel to Harry because he was in love with his mom, and he always has been. It was kind of like, okay, that doesn't really erase the things that you've done, that the fact that you're a bully, and the fact that you were just pining over this girl that you couldn't have, and she didn't want you. It was like, you know what, that doesn't, like, it was a cute scene, like, in the end, like, when you saw Snape's memories and he's talking to Dumbledore, and how Snape's Patronus was Lily's Patronus, and he was like, and Dumbledore's like, after all this time, and Snape says always. Like, that's cute, like, that's good writing. But the whole situation surrounding it is just kind of like, oh, so you wanted to sleep with Lily Potter, so that gives you the right to be a jerk, and that means that all of your past jerkiness has been forgiven? Like, no. No thanks. Can I also just say that Narcissa Malfoy is the real MVP of the Harry Potter series. She would rather go against Voldemort to save her, like she would go against Voldemort to save her son, which I really enjoyed the parallels in that, because Lily Potter did everything to save her son, and she gave her life to save her son, and Narcissa Malfoy would have done the exact same. And so I really like that parallel, and I really think that Narcissa doesn't get as much recognition as she deserves, because, you know, she did what she had to do and she got Malfoy out of that situation, and even if that meant lying to the Dark Lord. Neville is a hero. I also hate the rep that Neville gets, especially I blame the movies for this, definitely, because Neville is seen as just like some bumbling buffoon, and it's like, no, that's not Neville. He could have been the chosen one. Like, it was between Harry and Neville, and then Neville became the hero. He was the one that stood up against Voldemort when everyone thought that Harry was dead. And that takes a lot of courage, and Neville was, if anything, the most courageous. So, like, that was good. And, like, at the end of the day, Harry won. Yay! Hooray! Okay, yeah, so, like, that happened. Yeah, but overall, I thought it was a really, really good read. I really enjoyed the conclusion to the series, because I know I've complained about it in the past, is how I don't like, not that I don't like happy endings, but I don't like happy endings that are too happy. I don't like happy endings that happen without some heartbreak before it. So, like, this, J.K. Rowling did an amazing job in wrapping up the series. There was death, there was destruction, and there was loss, but we all, at the end of the day, it was okay because they won and it was happy, but they still need to remember those that they lost, and that's the kind of ending that I like. So I really, really enjoyed that for J.K. Rowling. And one thing that I'm so upset at is, like, the whole 19 years later, and it's Harry naming his kids, and, like, okay, Harry's first son, what is it, like, James Sirius Potter? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, love that. But Albus Severus? Are you kidding? Dumbledore, I get it, naming your kid after Dumbledore. He was like this fatherly figure to him. He was this, you know, this helping hand in Harry's time of need. I understand that, but Severus, you're gonna name your kid after the guy that bullied you for your entire school career, who wanted to sleep with your mom, who hated you, and, like, said he was gonna protect you because of Lily Potter. Like, no. I was like, you could have named your son over so many people. Remus, Regulus, okay, come on. What about them? They were so important. Oh my god, you could... Mad-Eye Moody, Alistair Moody. You could have named your kid after Mad-Eye. He could have named his kid after so many other people that had an impact. But no, he's just like, you know what? I think Severus Snape is a good role model for my son. And I was like, then I'm also kind of like, and like their daughter was like Lily. Her name's Lily, or is it Rose? No, I think it's Lily Luna. I'm like, why Luna? Luna didn't die. Luna's still alive. And then I'm kind of like, did Ginny get any say whatsoever on the namings of her children? Or did Harry be like, no, this is what I'm naming my kids? And Ginny's just kind of like, sure. And I don't know, that's the one thing that I didn't understand. That's one thing I didn't like about it. But I'm going to stop ranting about that now. So yes, I really, really did enjoy the Harry Potter series as a whole, and I'm really glad I read it, but I'm also really glad that I waited until I was 19 to read it, because I feel like now I wasn't so, like, sucked into it, and I wasn't, like I can still really, really enjoy it while recognizing the flaws and recognizing the things that I don't like, instead of being like, it's the best series ever. So I really think that I waited an appropriate amount of time to actually read them. Yes. Okay, so that's really all I have to say about Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So please comment what you thought on this video, and please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Tuesday. Please go check out my website and follow all of my social medias. The descriptions will be... the links will be in the descriptions below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!